Hidden behind the opulent walls of Kensington Palace lies a secret so profound it threatens to shake the foundation of the modern British monarchy. What could drive the beloved royal couple, Princess Catherine and Prince William, to whisper, "We can't hide this anymore"? In the shadowy halls of power, whispers grow into roars, and a choice looms that could forever alter royal history. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. In an electrifying juxtaposition, we witness the royal couple poised and graceful at a recent public gathering, flashing smiles that could light up the darkest shadows. Yet, behind this immaculate facade lies a history tarnished by scandals of old, a past of whispers, deceit, and betrayal. The monarchy has always worn its crown with elegance, but the weight of past missteps still echo through its ancestral halls. Those echoes grow louder with each day, drowning out the bright notes of their public image. The glitz and glamour of royal life, a shimmering veil, struggles to conceal the pressures and expectations that fester in the shadows. Inside the palace, a tension brews like a summer storm, its distant rumbling hinting at a tempest yet to come. The very air seems to crackle with unspoken truths, an unrelenting force that cannot be ignored much longer. It's a quiet war behind the delicate tapestries, a silent battle against the unseen foe that threatens the very heart of their unity. The burden on Catherine and William is palpable, straining the contours of their everlasting public smiles. They stand at a crossroads, the clash of duty and desire looming larger each day, challenging them to unearth the truth, long buried under regal propriety. For Catherine and William, it is a relentless struggle, a push and pull of devotion to both their country and each other. The strength of the monarchy's unwavering gaze demands sacrifice, yet their hearts demand honesty. It is this dual obligation that brings them face to face with questions that sour joy and harden resolve. Will their love withstand the storm of expectation, or will it fracture under the pressure of revelation? Each whispered breath is shared, each glance heavy with the understanding of what must come. Their relationship, delicate yet fiercely resilient, is the flame against the encroaching cold of secrecy. Anxiety laces their every move as the gravity of what might come to pass presses upon them. Who will be left standing when their secret shatters public perception? What lives will be altered by their courage, or consumed by their silence? The palace could become an arena for the ages, where hope and ruin fight for dominance. Those watching can only brace themselves for the tidal wave of change that threatens to rewrite royal history forever. But even through the clamour of the unknown, one question looms ever larger. How far will they go to protect what they hold dear? As shadows loom over the palace's grandeur, we journey deeper into the revelations that could redefine an era, questioning how much power love holds when faced with tradition's iron grip. Behind every royal smile is a story untold. Princess Catherine and Prince William are entwined in a web of intrigue, their every joint appearance a rehearsal of perfection. But privately, their bond is on the edge, threatened by a secret too big to remain hidden. What shadows lurk beneath their well-manicured facade? The answer unfolds in the quiet hours, when the world's gaze has finally turned away, and the relentless weight of their crowns, ironically lighter, in gold, settles heavily upon their shoulders. The opulent trappings of royalty come at a cost, a constant veil of composure crackling with unseen tension. Their private moments, captured not for the public eye, but etched vividly in the confines of gilded walls, unravel with whispers of doubt and raw emotion. Stripped bare of pageantry, in the seclusion of their chambers, a sanctuary and a cage. All at once, Catherine and William shed the rigid postures of their public personas. Their late-night conversations morph into a tapestry woven with threads of fear and hope. Words once tender slip into hurried whispers, eyes once serene cast longing gazes, seeking solace in a shared burden. The ghosts of past pressures haunt them. Catherine recalls the scrutinizing gaze of tradition that swooped down upon her from the moment she stepped into the limelight, a duty cloaked in shimmering expectation, an unwavering directive to maintain the family's pristine image. William, too, battles with the relentless echoes of his lineage, a constant reminder that personal desires must often bow to the throne's demands. Yet whispers stir within the palace walls, carried on unseen currents, a quiet yet insistent harbinger of change. An ominous decision looms, unmaking the fragile peace they've painstakingly built. Will it favor tradition steeped in legacy? Or will it dare a departure into uncharted territories, prioritizing heart over heritage? The pressure mounts from within and without, their private desires bristling against the public's unwavering gaze. They tread a precarious path, guided only by flickering hope and mutual resolve, a resolve that trembles under the weight of divergent loyalties. The fabric of their cherished allies frays, each thread snapping under the pull of opposing beliefs. Sisters and brothers, once staunch supporters, now adopt roles as skeptical onlookers. The bonds of blood strain under the relentless test of time and tradition. Each deviation from convention questions their place within the labyrinthine dynamics of the royal family. Catherine and William face the daunting prospect of becoming outsiders in the very world that once embraced them. And in this indelicate dance between public duty and private yearning, they hold each other a little tighter, perhaps for strength, perhaps as a silent promise that nothing, not even the most hallowed of traditions, can cleave their unity. They've managed to conceal the simmering strain, but soon choices must be made. We venture next into the heart of the palace undercurrents, seeking allies but finding ominous shadows. Trust is a precious commodity in the world of royalty, and none feel its weight more than the trusted aides. In a lonely corner of Kensington's ornate confines, a covert conversation unfolds. A key royal aide grapples with an unthinkable decision in the face of increasing threats. What secret burden do they carry on behalf of the royal couple? In the shadowed recesses of the palace, where gilded splendor masks the undercurrents of turmoil, the aide stands at a crossroads. Their heart is like a pendulum, swinging precariously between obligation and conscience. Among grand tapestries and echoing footsteps, secrets are their only companions, each veiled word exchanged in hushed whispers like a cryptic dance of duty and doubt. Beneath the veneer of courtly rituals, the aide navigates treacherous waters, a solitary figure caught between the demands of loyalty and the gnawing whisper of their moral compass. Here, within these storied walls, alliances are forged and tested in the crucible of silent promises. The aide, with steady eye, ear, and a mind sharp as a blade, discerns the delicate threads that bind allegiances, sworn to protect, yet haunted by the ceaseless murmurs of what could unravel. They move through a realm where trust hovers on the edge of betrayal. Loyalty is a double-edged sword, its weight as heavy as the crown itself. Behind closed doors, the tension hums like a taut string, each conversation a game of masked intentions. Who among them truly stands with Catherine and William, and who lurks in the shadows, sensing their moment of vulnerability? Ideas, a quiet storm, the growing tempest within the aide's heart, torn between preserving the realm's fragile peace and serving a personal code of honor. They question which path will safeguard the monarchy's future. Their actions, delicate as lace spun with steel, hint at a deeper secret surrounding the royal couple. It is an enigma wrapped in the aide's clandestine measures, a silent testament to an undisclosed burden that bends their resolve to its breaking point. The aide carries this silent weight, a confidant to truths that should never see the light of day, protecting those within these hallowed halls while secretly confronting their own inner turmoil. The toll of being in the know is etched into the aide's very being. Every glance, every sleepless night, marked by the relentless quake of knowing too much. Professionally, the aide thrives under pressure, but personally, the knowledge gnaws at their soul, threatening to unravel the tightly woven threads of their carefully curated life. Caught between duty and desire, the strain becomes an ever-present shadow, taking its toll and leaving its mark on both heart and mind. As loyalties teeter and alliances are tested, shadows cast by the powerful begin to take form, pushing us deeper into the enigma awaiting within. The echoes of the past never truly fade within the monarchy's ancient walls. They linger in the corridors, a haunting resonance of choices, long gone, but never forgotten. In the darkness of tangled tapestries and guarded whispers, current royal tensions mirror those bygone eras, where each decision rippled through time, transforming whispers into roars. It was moments such as these, where love clashed violently with duty, that shaped the course of history. Now, as Catherine and William stand at a similar crossroads, The intricacies of their choices begin to weave a tapestry reminiscent of royal predecessors. With every decision, they stand under the heavy shadow of past monarchs whose destinies were altered by their own tumultuous struggles. Centuries ago, the intrigue surrounding Henry VIII's desperate yearning for a male heir shook the very foundations of an entire nation, leading to a religious upheaval and planting seeds of doubt and rebellion that would echo through generations. Or consider the fated love of Edward VIII and Wallis Simpson, a chapter where love defied convention, but at a cost so profound, it reshaped the monarchy itself. Within these tales are warnings etched in the annals of history, a painful reminder that choices made behind gilded doors possess the power to carve a new reality, one step away from disaster. Every misstep was a thread in a grander tapestry, one that, perhaps, this kingdom is doomed to repeat unless lessons are taken to heart. The current conundrum is not simply a modern tale. It is a living reflection cast by the glow of ancient events. Each decision carries within it the weight of past glories and grave errors, prophecies silently awakened within stone walls that know too well the cost of silence. The consequences of royal secrets, hidden behind polished smiles and silken curtains, are paid not only in personal suffering, but in national upheaval. The hidden scandals of years gone by continue to ripple outward, an unending chain of cause and effect, shadowing the monarchy like an ever-present spectre. In the heart of this continuous saga is a powerful exploration of destiny and duty, a dance of fate intricately bound by a royal framework. What are the modern sovereigns if not characters penned by history's unwavering hand, tasked with navigating a labyrinth where every step is both homage and caution? As whispers from the past erupt into a chorus, clear and insistent with each passing moment, today's royals are summoned to listen. The lessons, urgent and foreboding, grow louder. They urge, they caution, they beg for attention. As history's echoes grow louder, Catherine and William find themselves isolated at the precipice of action, forced to confront their silence amidst growing internal tremors. When faced with the roar of a past wishing, pleading, demanding not to be ignored, what will their legacy become? What legends will they leave for those who will follow? Beyond the velvet curtains of power, a whisper campaign gains traction, orchestrated to protect the status quo at all costs. Allies become adversaries, and old friends, new threats as competing narratives take form. How far will the palace go to maintain its carefully constructed image? And what does this mean for Catherine and William? In the heart of the monarchy, the corridors echoed with hushed voices, their whispers more potent than any royal decree. Enveloping the palace like an invisible shroud, rumors swirled with the force of history's mightiest storms, crafted intricately to shield a faltering image. This was no ordinary tempest. It carried the weight of an era's age-old secrets, spun by those who knew these hallowed halls as their ancestors once had. Here, truth bent and bowed, reshaped to fit a narrative born not of reality, but necessity, a necessity driven by fear, pride, and the unyielding pulse of tradition. Within this clandestine atmosphere, palace politics became an elaborate game, a dance of shadows where the misstep could mean ruin. The fear of exposure clashed violently with family pride, a conflict that set the stage for a gripping drama of survival and supremacy. This drama was no mere spectacle. It was an all-consuming force that threatened to devour everything in its path, spurred on by those determined to preserve a legacy that felt more fragile with each passing day. Beneath the grandeur, a web of intrigue was spun with the deftness of a master weaver, its fibers strong, its design intricate, and its purpose clear. For Catherine and William, the stakes rose mercilessly, each malicious whisper like a tightening noose around their unsuspecting necks. Navigating this perilous landscape required more than just poise and grace. It demanded resilience forged in the flames of adversity, their every move scrutinized, every gesture interpreted, as they walked a path lined with pitfalls and promises. Yet within this oppressive environment, a question persisted, one that struck at the core of their existence. At what price could one preserve the illusion of perfection in the face of public reverence and private despair? The palace, relentless in its pursuit of self-preservation, employed an aggressive public relations tact as its shield and sword. Carefully orchestrated appearances and curated narratives sought to quell the storm, painting the royals in their most virtuous light. But the veneer was thin, and behind this painted facade, the tension roiled, threatening to fracture the unity it aimed to portray. Catherine and William, caught in the crossfire of this public spectacle, felt their isolation mount, a castle built of glass, fragile and exposed. It was this dichotomy, the stark contrast between their resplendent public personas and the private anguish that unfolded unseen, that spoke of a reality desperately concealed, a reality where the two worlds could no longer coexist without inevitable collision. For in the hidden depths of the palace's own making lay a truth that yearned to break free, a truth that whispered promises of liberation and reckoning. But even the most ornate facades can crumble, and as the whispering spreads, the need to break free grows stronger, leading us toward an inevitable face-off. As shadows lengthened across the palace grounds, the ancient stone halls seemed to vibrate with unspoken tensions. Within these walls, a lineage had been written, tale by intricate tale, but today promised a chapter of revelations that could fracture their very foundation. Catherine and William, bearing the weight of both their station and their secret, found themselves standing on the brink. Today, they would unveil a truth so potent it threatened to unmoor the bedrock of tradition, yet promised to pave a path toward emancipation from these gilded chains. In the grand chamber, eyes watched and whispers died into silence as the royal family gathered around, a tableau of anticipation and concealed dread. Each soul seated here carried their own burdens of expectation, yet it was Catherine and William who bore the crown of this narrative. A narrative destined to entwine fate with the sharp edges of honesty. What danced between them was more than fear. It was an electric thrum of uncertainty that seized their every nerve. In these moments of waiting, time itself twisted and turned, stretching and compressing as the couple lingered just shy of disclosure. Whispers of the past mingled with the intangible shape of what could be, liberation, vindication, or a rift so vast it might never be bridged. Gravity weighed heavily on them. Each heartbeat loud and relentless in its insistence, each breath a silent oath of mutual resolve. Here, beneath the grandeur of centuries-old portraits, they stood as equals, not just to the weight of history, but to the possibility of a future charted on their terms. The moment came upon them with an intensity that was both raw and poignantly understated. Catherine's voice, clear yet trembling with the emotion of what lay ahead, rose like a beacon in the oppressive silence. The words, those sacred syllables, held their plea, a desperate call for understanding, for redemption through the truth that they now offered, with trembling hands and unyielding purpose. It was not merely their story they told, but an invocation for empathy, for human connection beyond the guise of titles and pretense. In that earnest revealing, they sought not just personal freedom, but a reshaping of the bonds that held too tight. The magnitude of what they risked now loomed large, a spectre of potential loss, haunting the edges of their courage. Yet, as Catherine and William met the apprehensive gaze of their kin, a newfound strength crystallized within their unity. It galvanized them, a realization forged from the fires of past doubts and forged into a singular, unbreakable resolve. They knew the fallout might be formidable, yet it could also herald a new dawn, one where love, transparency, and shared vision held sway over ancient, unyielding protocols. The revelation, when it came, swept through the assembly like a tempest. It was a declaration that echoed, resonating far beyond those hallowed halls, rippling through the corridors of power, like the harbinger of a seismic shift. So palpable was its impact that the walls themselves seemed to shudder, as if the very palace absorbed the enormity of what had been spoken. And as the dust of this truth began to settle amidst the whispers and gasps, Catherine and William remained steadfast, side by side, embodied in a powerful visage of defiance and hope. As hearts race and the halls echo with lingering truths, we stand poised at a crossroads, one that must be navigated carefully, lest it leads to a fractured legacy. The world watches with bated breath as the veil lifts on one of the monarchy's most intimate secrets. As truth flows beyond gilded gates, it is met with both adoration and outrage. How will the public, enamored yet divided, respond to the boldness of Catherine and William's reality? The global media frenzy ignites, and the air hums with the cacophony of headlines and broadcasts echoing around the world. Beneath the watchful eyes of cameras and microphones, a storm of intrigue brews, swallowing cities whole in a haze of speculation and disbelief. From bustling metropolises to quiet, cobbled streets, the revelation cuts through the noise and seizes the public's imagination with a force only such royal revelation could unleash. The monarchy, shrouded in its age-old mystique, now stands exposed to a world ravenous for every sordid detail. Across continents, reactions blossom in kaleidoscopic variety. In places rich and poor, individuals and communities swarm in debate, dissecting the truth that has perforated the grandeur of royalty. In penthouses overlooking glittering skylines, whispers of disbelief mix with small talk, while in modest homes on everyday streets, old loyalties falter beneath the weight of new truths. International borders blur as voices unite in a chorus of awe and skepticism. These revelations rip open the fabric of traditional reverence. Empathy emerges, tentatively at first, as individuals begin to see past the centuries-old facade into the hearts of Catherine and William. In these fleeting moments of understanding, eyes once clouded by duty and expectation blink anew at honesty's rare and transformative light. In intimate lounges and public stages, dialogues emerge, conversations, sparked by a newfound transparency, sit in the warmth of living rooms or under the harsh clamor of social media threads. Strangers and friends alike grapple with these truths. Here, in these words shared and exchanged, spirits are laid bare, prejudices are discarded, and a deeper connection is forged in the crucible of shared humanity. For some, these truths become a catalyst, a bridge allowing them to cross from doubt to support. Yet for many others, the ramparts of traditionalism remain unyielding, a steadfast bastion against what they perceive as treacherous waters. Within British society, the divide widens, a chasm stretching between fervent supporters and steadfast traditionalists who cling to the comfort of the familiar. The streets of London pulse with the fervour of debate, at times growing harsh, then gentle as people wrestle with their beliefs. The question of progress or preservation looms. Each voice is tinged with a passion that commands attention yet divides as often as it unites. It is amidst this tumult that a groundswell for modernization surges forward, urging the monarchy to evolve with the tide of changing public sentiment. As the tumult of reactions settles into a reverberant echo, the scene shifts. With the public's response clear yet complex, Catherine and William stand at an intersection. Will they find unyielding support or unremitting resistance with each step forward? There lies the beginning of their next chapter, waiting for the ink of time and trials to map their course through the tapestry of royal destiny. As truth finds its place in the royal narrative, Catherine and William envision a legacy that embraces transparency and humanity. In the ashes of secrecy, a new dawn arises, one where love and responsibility pave the path forward. Can they reshape the monarchy into an institution more vibrant and relatable than ever before? In their vision, the monarchy becomes more than a relic cloaked in ceremonial grandeur. It transforms into a symbol of hope, bridging the ornate halls of tradition with the dynamic spirit of openness. They dream of a royal tapestry woven with threads of empathy, humility, and authenticity, where the once impenetrable walls stand replaced with windows to the world. This new monarchy doesn't just dwell in stately palaces, but ventures out, inviting the echoes of their subjects' hopes and challenges, creating a dialogue of shared destinies. Embodying this vision, Catherine and William lead with hearts as their guide, engaging actively with public causes, championing environmental issues, mental health initiatives, and children's welfare. They delve into realms untraversed by royals before, not with trepidation but with determination. Their presence is palpable, not just as figureheads, but as empathetic leaders enmeshing themselves in the fabric of society. It is a poignant pleat of humanity wrapping around the royal mantle, warm, inviting, and real. As their commitment to charitable pursuits grows, so do the ripples of change, touching both the weary and the hopeful, moving hearts to action and fostering a unified spirit. Thus, the monarchy sheds its stoic image to become a living symbol of the human experience, resonating with the laughter, tears, and struggles that that define each life they touch. Once frozen in time, these royal figures now dance to the rhythm of modernity's beat. A reminder that even institutions cemented by traditions can evolve, breathing life amidst the changing tide. This metamorphosis doesn't come as a straightforward path, but through the weaving of dreams, fears, and relentless drive towards a future where faith and leadership coalesce into harmony. With every step they take, Catherine and William contemplate the legacy that awaits their children, a monarchy that adapts and thrives, ensuring its relevance for decades to come. A sense of purpose lights the path upon which they walk, hoping to inspire generations of royal blood yet to come, instilling within them the courage to not only endure, but also to transform. The timeless beacon of royalty glows anew, its fires kindled by compassion and engagement, unforeseen in the annals of regal history. This evolving vision doesn't remain confined to royal chambers, but reaches beyond, nurturing relationships within the palace walls and amongst the people they serve. The once chilling distance dissolves. Bonds are formed in trust and mutual respect, as lines blur between the crown and its community. As the heart of the monarchy beats with renewed vigor, a fresh kinship is celebrated, reflecting the shared aspiration of a nation and its sovereign leaders. As the smoke of past secrets clears, a brighter, enduring legacy emerges, with transformative potential, leading us to a future where royal ideals meet real lives. The tapestry of the monarchy unfurls with love, courage, and hope, an ever-unfolding narrative, embraced by a world eager to witness its next chapter. A testament to resilience, marked by the courage to love purely, lead boldly, and inspire endlessly. In that unity, the monarchy doesn't just chronicle the story of past glories, but sets forth a living manuscript of shared possibilities, leaving an indelible mark on history. One that echoes the truth that even ancient legacies can herald a future anew. In the quiet solitude of a sunlit room, Princess Catherine and Prince William sit side by side, their hands intertwined, a small but powerful gesture that speaks volumes of their united front. With eyes that mirror both vulnerability and resolve, they open up about their recent journey. A journey not only affecting their roles but deeply intertwining with their own identities. We reached a point, William begins, his words deliberate and thoughtful, where tradition no longer held us captive, where we understood that authenticity was not our burden, but our strength. Catherine nods in agreement, her voice soft yet unwavering. Embracing this truth has been challenging but freeing, she adds, a path illuminated not by expectation, but by compassion and genuine connection. Reflecting on the whirlwind of events that have unfolded, they reveal lessons learned about strength derived from vulnerability and the profound realization that the monarchy, at its core, is ultimately human. For too long, we were caught in a cycle of duty overshadowed by secrecy, Catherine shares, her expression solemn yet peaceful. Now we understand that letting go of those constraints allows room for growth, for empathy, and most importantly, for a legacy that we can truly stand behind. Through tears and triumphs, their personal rebirth finds meaning not only in their roles, but in their embrace of truth and acceptance. Their voices thrum with an intimate candor that reaches beyond palace walls, resonating with an audience yearning for transparency and inclusivity. Our story, William notes with a quiet passion, is not just our own. It's a story of change and courage that belongs to everyone willing to speak their truth. In their heartfelt dialogue, they become symbols of hopeful catalysts, sparking wider conversations about societal norms, tradition versus truth, and the power of personal transformation. And as public perceptions shift in response to their revelation, the couple notes an undeniable change in the relationship between the monarchy and the people it represents. No longer obscured by age-old mystique, their roles evolve into connectors rather than just icons, reminding us all of the shared humanity at the heart of their service. The pair closes their reflection with a look to the future, a future built on courage, resilience, and an unwavering hope. To embrace change is to embrace life, Catherine concludes, her words thick with sincerity. We believe that by confronting what once held us back, we can truly move forward, stronger, more united, and ready to meet the challenges ahead with open hearts and minds. As their words linger, charged with sincerity and hope, we draw to a close, leaving room for an ever-evolving narrative where royal heritage meets the human spirit. Here, in this dawn of a new era, the monarchy finds its true place, not as a relic of the past, but as a beacon of shared humanity and a promise for a compassionate future.